Hey, this is Dr. Renicki with CellGen Regenerative Medicine in Savannah, Georgia. So certainly with anything new, and stem cell therapy and regenerative medicine are still newish, people are going to be concerned about the safety of it. But thus far, and stem cell research has been going on since the 1950s, so it's not really as new as we might think. But thus far, it is proving to be unbelievably safe. In fact, the things that we really have to worry about with stem cell injections predominantly come from the fact that whenever you're doing an injection, there is a risk for infection, right? Any injection, it doesn't matter what it is, if the doctor or the nurse that's doing the injection isn't using a sterile technique, then there's always a risk of infection happening there. So it's just really, really important that the doctor or the nurse that's doing the injection is using a good sterile technique. And at CellGen, our nurse practitioner is very, very particular about that and make sure that everything is really super sterilized. As far as having a reaction to the stem cells themselves, there really isn't much of any concern with that. We're not seeing any reports of people having reactions because stem cells are what we refer to as immune privileged. And what immune privilege means is that your immune system doesn't attack them the way that it would some other part transplanted into it from outside. So in other words, if you needed a kidney and I said, hey, you're important to me, I'll be happy to give you a kidney, and we put my kidney into you, even if we're a really good match, then your immune system will still have to be suppressed with medications to keep your immune system from attacking my kidney. But we don't see that with stem cells. The immune system just recognizes that these are not part of some other body, they're part of me, and it doesn't put any effort on attacking them, and we don't see any rejection issues from happening there. So when you're talking about stem cell therapy, it is a very, very safe procedure. Where the risk comes in is with the embryonic stem cells and fetal stem cells. Those carry more risk. We're not doing those in the United States. Those are the ones where people are going to typically third world countries to get stem cell procedures done. They're oftentimes using either embryonic or fetal stem cells. There are places outside of the United States using umbilical cord stem cells, but for the most part, if you're talking about having to travel outside of the US, it is going to be the embryonic or the fetal, and those are the ones that carry a bit more risk. But as far as the mesenchymal stem cells, the hematopoietic stem cells that come from the umbilical cord and the umbilical cord blood that we're using here in the United States, we're just not seeing any real adverse reactions to those. Only a few cases of infections happening from the injection itself. So I would encourage you to take a look further at regenerative medicine. If you feel like there's something that it might help with, please realize that the likelihood of anything being risky or dangerous or scary is not really all that significant. It just comes down to whether you're a good candidate for regenerative medicine or not. And obviously the way you figure that out is to come into the office and to be evaluated, and then we'll be happy to let you know if we think this would be a good tool for you or not. So by all means, please post any questions or comments below. We'd love the opportunity to help you out. Again, Dr. Renicki with CellGen Regenerative Medicine in Savannah, Georgia.